I completely forgot how I was going to start this video off, but I'm just going to start the video, and yeah, it'll be as it is. Whatever the title says, that's what it is. We're doing custom characters. But, yeah, I'm just thinking about, because I was trying to do a thing, several things, and I ended up not doing them. 3 into 4. So, as we get into Kathak, Hunted by the Cult, character-exclusive perks. I mean, yeah, some of these I'm supposed to choose. Well, I'm not supposed to. I just want to choose a background, but had a sneeze. And then if I don't choose a background, I don't. But I mean, the whole point is to test things out and have fun anyway. Light, dexterity, second encounter. Yes, not second. Oh, I'm going crazy. Knowledge, charisma, strength. That's every single stat check, isn't it? Well, light, second encounter, second. No Takshi-san. And technically we have a weapon, but I'd like to grab a... or do I want to risk it? No, let's do Hardware Shop. So, because we start with Ghostly Spear, I almost said Ghastly Spear again, but, basically we start with the way to deal damage. We could try to risk it and not take a weapon. I forgot what I even did. I think I ended up, going to... I don't remember. I'll have to check. I'll have to see when I get into a mystery. But yeah, Cult into Kathak. So we can't run. A weapon would be nice because, well, if not, I mean, if I run into only... What am I going to say? Hold on. Strength, dexterity, null. Yeah, we have every single stamina check. Anywho, mermaids, sailors, ramen, scissors, botanist. I mean, we could take scissors. Losing a few max stamina isn't bad. It's losing 3 more after that. And it starts becoming a bit painful, but we'll see. Also, I should have went to the police station. That's my whole problem with doing this nowadays. Just going into a location, a mystery where you can't use the town, basically. I think it'll be fine though. Let's find. We're on timeline B. That's why it's a bit more fine. But if we get into an encounter. I'll think about, as I roll a 10 on knowledge, I'll think about whether or not I want to cast Ghostly Spear. But, I was going to say something about damage. I completely forgot. My mind is a lot of places these days. Nothing seriously wrong. Nothing should be wrong. I mean, you don't have to worry about my mental health. Please care about your mental health. If I can help your health mentally, spiritually, maybe even physically, I don't even know. But if I can do so with this video, I'm glad to have done so. But... for now, I'm gonna figure out how to do this because I think we're still stuck. I can't run even if I wanted to. I could throw the wooden bat and then get another weapon. My strength as this character isn't quite the greatest, but that's because I'm supposed to use these things. But using it twice is a bit much in my opinion. So let's go ahead and lose 1 max stamina. I might as well use it now. I don't really have any other big encounters that I'm planning to use. I have sailors. I don't have Akamoto. I don't have flood. Flood not flood because yeah, spells don't work on that. That's something I could talk about. The fact that spells, the bite action in particular, it's very specific. Actions that deal damage do not affect double encounters, which I'm sure has been addressed at some points when I looked for it. I mean, it's talked about here and there, but whether or not it's going to be fixed. If I want to play devil's advocate against why that would never be fixed, if it's like, you know, if it's purposely not going to be something that's going to be changed, because again, I don't know for sure if it's a bug or not. It logically sounds like it, but if I basically can see what happens if the game releases and that's still a thing. We're gonna see the bandwagon fallacy in that a lot of people want it to change. I can see that happening. It's not guaranteed, but I would say it's very likely because you'll be playing again. But I wanted to say devil's advocate. So 3 bows and a clap, by the way. What did I get? Contaminate. Well, bye, Bath. Yeah, what I wanted to say is, yes, well, it's only going to affect you in certain ways, and apparently you can get Flood when you're doing the Kyrie challenge. Is that true? I tested it out myself, and out of 20 rerolls, I never got Flood, so... Granted, though, the other side of that is that if you're using a custom character that, you know, only has ghastly presence for whatever reason, yeah, you can't do Flood. But, well, you can, because the answer that came up was that you can defeat A and then attack B with basically throwing items. This works the same way as well, where if you throw an item, it'll only hit A. It'll hit B once A is dead, but in Flood, obviously that's a bit more troublesome because the B enemy heals the boss, and then the boss goes up to 1, and if you try to do things, you'll redirect to A, which ultimately nerfs your damage, because thrown items are supposed to do 3, but if the boss of Flood revives with 1 HP, and then you end up throwing 3 damage at it, you're quote-unquote wasting damage. I say quote-unquote because you're still dealing damage, but you're not dealing as much as you could, so on and so forth. Again, the bite action only hits A, spells only hit A, so again, devil's advocate is that you're not as mean as it might sound. I mean, I can see the point coming up in that you're usually, I'm doing air quotes in real life, you're usually not using spells and bite and throwing items against those things. Your normal method of damage is supposed to be with weapons. Now, whether that's a valid argument or not, again, I see when someone runs into this problem, and more than a few people are going to, because they're gonna think they can cast a spell, they're gonna bandwagon. That's gonna be a bandwagon argument, and it's not without merit. Usually, when you think of debate fallacies, you're looking at it's in a negative sense where they don't make any sense. This one it does, because yeah, double encounters. Yeah. So again, it's not that I don't see the acknowledgement, but in terms of, yeah, this bug thing is being fixed or changed, or is planned to be changed in 1.0 or in the future. Like 9.2G3, I think, is one that might be coming out. But it's worrying, but I'm willing to believe. But again, I don't know what's really going to happen yet. So yeah. Let's just increase strength while we're here. And I can't run, so this is the best I have unless I plan to do a thing. And that thing being Ghostly Spear. Probably, I don't think I can really brace into anything meaningful. Does it affect me? Yeah, it does. I can do this. So I can guarantee a kick, but I have to lose 2 max stamina for it. Is it worth it? I mean, yeah, my stamina. Your stamina is never going to be at its max. That said, you still want a good, healthy chunk of max stamina and reason to do things, whether you're wearing a ring, whether you just get a curse that lowers stuff. Charisma, nope. But yeah, and unlike Mind Drain, you don't heal stamina when you cast Ghostly Spear. However, you do get more uses of it, because do you get more uses of it? Why am I going crazy? No, you don't. You heal reason, but I think it does less damage, barely. So. But yeah, double encounters. That's all I'll say about it. I just want to say my piece. So, I mean, I have it on record that I talked about it. Whether I should... Because I'm not sure whether or not to report it, because apparently some people have, and either they're met with silence or nothing happens. So I'm assuming that it's being... something is happening to double encounters. I don't know what, or maybe nothing's going to happen. Again, nothing is certain. Even if someone tells me that something is happening or not happening, we'll find out. But, again, it's not priority. It's not a high priority bug to fix. Even though I think it's like a moderate, in my opinion, minimum. Because yeah, while we don't have like, if you're only gonna really run into this if you are using custom content mainly. Yes, you could use the bite spell as a base character and not be able to bite. You could get Mind Drain as Kyrie or anyone else really, or Ghostly Spear, and you find out you're not going to be able to deal damage. Things like that, but you know, I see where... I see both sides of the argument here, or possible arguments. Again, I'm not really quoting... a lot of what I said isn't really quotes from what people have said on this topic, so don't take my words as fact or objective quotes. Even though I said I was doing air quotes here and there, I'm thinking of whether or not I want to Ghostly Spear out of this. Probably gonna run into 4 more encounters. I should really get a better weapon, or I should smoke cigarettes in game. So for the nicotine rush buff, because I can't run. So I could also throw the if I'm gonna get a weapon, I might as well throw this bat. So I'm gonna throw this bat and then arrest this encounter if I can. Good. And let's finally get a weapon. We have the funds to do so. I might as well. Actually, I guess we're gonna monument first, but then we're gonna go into the hardware store. And shop. I keep messing up shop and store. Also, again, if I'm putting words in people's mouth that are not true, let me know, because I know what I am and what I am not. And what I am not is someone who gets even 75% of the details correct if I'm not sure on a subject. unless I'm gonna back it up, but even then, even people who show with proof, I mean, anything can be faked in this day and age, so... Also, I should have rested. I might die here. I'm in Sailors, aren't I? Yeah, it looks like I'm in Sailors. Hooks and Nets, yeah, we're in Sailors. Well, I should really... I guess I'll History Club. That would be nice to wear, but I just need things to throw away. Maybe I should just visit it again. I'm gonna visit it again. So, yeah, we'll grab this and then toss this and the lucky earrings. We're in Timeline A, but again, to repeat, I don't know if I'm gonna be in there because I play on random timeline. Yeah, the Demon Mask unfortunately does less for me because I am using Ghostly Spear and my max stamina would be completely boofed, so... All I really did was spend 3 Doom for 1 fund. That's ultimately what happened there. Anywho, I really should rest. Hopefully I still get to. Nope, not anymore. I do get to Thorough Investigation on top of my A ending, but don't need the A ending. The experience is nice, though. So... we don't have bats, so I'm gonna heal Reason instead, funny enough. I will need more stamina soon. I think I have 10 stamina perfectly. Max stamina right now. Which means I need to definitely secure a way to, I have mermaids, but I can run away. I need to secure a way as I... to get to 10 stamina. I can enter this for painkillers. I might as well. Again, that's the main difference for items, or in any genre of this standard roguelike and or strategy types. If you pick up a healing item, theoretically, it's because I played Warrior in FF14 that my mindset on tanking has this extra... Well, there's an extra method of tanking, which applies to other games as well, where, again, that's why I talk about effective stamina, because I effectively have 12 stamina, because the painkillers add an extra 2. Of course, the flip side of that is if I end up dying, I barely not... I mean, I get 8 damage, but for 4 stamina. Do I really want to do this? I don't want to do this. I guess I do. Because next turn I'm going to be... Well, if next turn I'm going to go for it. 90%. I think this allows me to get out in 1 turn. We're going to find out. Because I can Desperate Action. But to finish the thought, yeah, what I mean by that is I have 10 max stamina. Assuming I heal up to 10... and then I have the painkillers, I have 12 stamina. The flip side of that is if I just take a bunch of damage and die without being able to react. In this game you can, because you can heal while you lose all your stamina, but you kind of get what I'm trying to say here, right? Do I need a... I don't want to... Because the thing I have to do now is rest a lot. This is guaranteed, right? No, 90%, because I'm off. Well, let's find out. I could prepare to throw this. Yep. I didn't get to throw it in time. No! Well, into the next one I go. I'm usually prepared for that, but I'm a bit out of it right now. Forgive me. So I didn't really do that character justice, but hey. What are we doing this time? So 7 into something else. And yeah, that's let me see. Hold on. 5. So throw 2 scars, character exclusive. Second sight and a camera, but as we move on, yeah, so I realize again, I'm in this weird place in terms of my ability to play games well, where I'm not, obviously I'm not a complete beginner, but at the same time I'm not a veteran or a wizard in even the games that I'm focusing on right now. Toxic-san, Strength, Light, Dexterity, Second Mystery, and maybe Charisma. So yeah, I'm in that weird place, but I mean, I guess... At the same, I don't know if it's me telling myself this, but I mean, we do want people of varying skill levels, so there is merit to being, you know, being in the middle, but I understand from a business slash, you know, what do I really want to say as I become a Buster Ghost? That doesn't excite a lot of people, I guess we'll say. But at the same time, it's not like I'm not exactly in the middle. I mean, let's not be too humble. Festival Scissors, Kana, Flood, and Mermaids. Was that Mermaids? I'm going crazy right now. But again, to finish the thought, yeah, I know more than a little bit, but at the same time, I And there's also, I'm not going to say there's no merit in going in blind. Obviously, there's merit to doing things blind, aside from personal improvement or improvement in general for the whole community. Because, you know, there are things you can find out when you go in, when people go in blind and you find out something interesting, then, yeah, you get different perspectives on it, as opposed to, you know, going in. How I usually like to do, if a game's been out for more than a week, 2 weeks at this point, then information's out there. And if a game has been out for a week, 2 weeks, I usually like it to look into things a little bit. And I think there's merit in that too, but also, if we're looking for self-improvement, you know, trying to come up with new ways or maybe get a new perspective, it's not guaranteed, but if sometimes you can get a new perspective on things, then yeah, going in blind has its merits. That's the whole reason why we watch people play a game for the first time. Whether we have the game or not ourselves, we go online to watch streamers, content creators, people who make videos, so on and so forth. I am losing a lot of reason, by the way. Resources is what I want to say. I was thinking about the letter R and for reason, and then I was thinking about the letter S for stamina, and I meant to say resources, which has both letters in it. But anywho, I really should have done this first, because this might help me out, but yeah, let's do this. If I run into an encounter, I guess I'll die. Otherwise, 4 strength, good. That wasn't guaranteed, but I'll take it. We'll drink this bottle of water, and then we'll proceed to lose 3 reason. Unless something else happens. I did not enter the police station, by the way, but it's fine. We're probably taking another... Well, maybe we might be entering Flood. Well, let's find out. But again, I mentioned that I never got... I was testing things out. I was doing Kyrie's challenge, and apparently you can't get Flood. If I'm wrong, maybe I was just that lucky in that point in time to never get Flood, re-rolling 20, 30 plus times to see if I could get Flood as Kyrie there. In that case, then that means that it must be known that Flood is a problem when you don't have normal combat, I guess I'll say. So, yeah. Okay, moving on. Let's actually... I think we might as well take Flood now. It's only doing -1 reason. I think it's still doing that, so I could actually go for damage instead here. But this is a very... It's not, you know, it's not the usual case. It's not impossible either, but... the unfortunate thing is I could try to go for more here, but I won't. So, 60% chance of getting more than I usually would. And I do, so we're gonna get out for 1 stamina. But yeah. Again, despite... yes, while balance is not the most important thing, it is fun to go back to something that I've thought about and talked with some people about. Fun is the most important thing. To not harp on the issue, though, and kind of gleam over it. If you want to, I've talked about it in videos, but basically the point is that not balancing your game can also lead to no fun. And I think that double negative affects things here, because balance doesn't always equal fun. So therefore, I think it's more accurate to then say not balancing your game can result in no fun, unless that means something different than the double negative. Again, I'm not a stickler for grammar, but I understand it. So let's just take deduction for now, and yeah, let's keep visiting the village. Okay, this is a doomed location, it seems like, so I really shouldn't be doing this, but hey. If that's the case, let's just rest for now. And we'll escape ASAP. So we should only be taking -1. That's why I didn't take the Theologist, because I should be... Nope, never mind, I lied. Well, alright, cool. I get an extra point of damage, but what does that really do for me? But yeah, let's do this and see what happens. Yeah, so I am only taking 1 reason damage. Or never mind, I am taking 2 reason damage. Double encounters are still a thing in this game. And by thing, I mean weird things can happen. But for now, let's see what I can get and not to get. So I can get out now. So I'm going to trade stamina here, because I know I'll be good on stamina most of the time. But what I won't be good on is reason if I keep doing this, so hey. And then yeah, ever since I mistook Holy Glyphs for Ghostly Spear, I just keep getting Holy Glyphs now when I think it's Ghostly Spear, but it's not. We'll go with the big RNG, and then we'll go in. What are my effects? I haven't been looking. No bath, blood moon. Cool. I just had to remind myself that I was not... Oh my goodness, mermaids is the only one we have afterward. This is what I get for not police stationing early. Whatever. Village is 1 max threat level. I mean, overall, my Doom is looking good. It's my stamina and reason that I'm worried about. I stuttered there because I wasn't sure. I was looking at the diary, and I wasn't sure what I really wanted to say at that moment. Bow clap, by the way. And now we have 2 wooden bats to either throw or sell. I should have thrown them, or I should have sold the one. Well, it's too late now. Maybe I get to smoke at the end of this, which won't help me as much, but we'll see. Oh my goodness, the damage. I should have also taken that bottle of sludge while I had it. I didn't know I was going to lose bat, though, so... Hey, fun. I guess we might as well throw 1 here. I get out in 2 turns for it. Or maybe I would have gotten out in 2 turns anyway, but hey. Ooh, that was dangerous. I had the wrong thing queued up. Anywho. So, yeah, let's move on. To talk about the character a little bit, as I smack my lips. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I can get out in 2, so let's do that. Or 1, actually. Right? This should do 16, because we're on a Thotu. Yeah. Yeah, so to talk about this character, the perks are okay. I mean, it makes sense lore-wise. And then balance-wise, I mean, it's pretty much... basically, it's how Koji was. The character is... I treat this character as Koji was before he got the fast hands buff, which technically is still a thing. But since the camera got buffed as well, technically it's a lot better, but... Bow clap, bow, by the way. And we get a cursed doll. But, yeah, not overpowered. I personally like funds, but again... if I look at it objectively, you're not always getting to use those funds, so fair enough. And so that's why the characters, you know, it's okay. And again, for immersion and lore, it makes a lot of sense. So I'm not going to... I'll never really harp on a character unless they just outright crash the game, usually. Or do something malicious. Oh, I'm going to take it. And then I'm going to rest again. But, yeah, okay for now. So, same thing I can say for the previous character. Because it's spell-based, this character is more ghost, quote-unquote, ghost Koji-based. But spells can be good or bad. They're one of the big RNG along with allies, which are less RNG now with the charisma scaling, but you know, do I get out in 1 turn? I have Ryoko, so this should do 17. Am I gonna guess wrong? I'm gonna queue this up just in case. Okay, good. I think you can use it while the turn action is moving. That's why I prepped that. If not, then I guess it's a good thing I didn't get to check. Also, that was a dangerous roll. I guess in hindsight, yeah, I didn't want to lose reason because I lose reason there. So, hey. And you need outdoors. I keep messing... This is something I do as well. I keep mixing up certain perks. In this case, I mixed up leadership with outdoorsman. I remember taking outdoorsman once, thinking it increased charisma. It doesn't. Leadership increases charisma. And outdoorsman increases your luck, however much that's worth. Apparently, there are secret luck rolls in the game, but... you know, I'll just leave that in the air because I don't know much about it myself. So there's Outdoorsman. It's a bit late now, but hey. Let's heal Reason instead. I should maybe have healed Stamina instead, but hey, we're here now. Do we have Fetid Fumes at all? We do now, so unfortunately, let's Witch's Tree, because it's apparently very, very good. I don't doubt it's good. It's just, it doesn't work as well for me, because I get Branded, or Survivor's Guilt, or, now Paranoia and stuff. Really? Which Paranoia and Suicidal, those curses stack on each other. So now, it doesn't work as much. Along with, you know, getting 2 stacks of brain damage, and then losing all of my knowledge. But those are very... very minute cases. Also, they don't happen often, but to me they happen enough. So, hey, I'm gonna smoke these cigarettes now. And yeah, good fat lot of help, those 2. I mean, yes, I would be dead without them, but I do have to rest once now. So, let's find out if we just lose 3 stamina in an event and die. Doom I can spare, so I should really just be going for Doom events, but let's see if the game decides to give me that much. We do have Holy Glyphs as well, but again, we don't need to... We shouldn't need to use it with 63% Doom. We'll give them funds, and let's get into this school. So, yeah, we'll gladly take the, that. I thought that was Doom. Am I going crazy? Why did that happen? I'm forgetting a lot of things these days. In recent videos, I've also gotten some facts wrong. That's why I usually, in some of those cases, I didn't preface the fact that I was not certain of things, but again, usually I give my own proof, and if I don't, I say I'm not sure if I'm completely correct on this. So yeah. Yeah. Moving on. I should have rested. I don't know why I didn't rest. I'm going crazy. I'm going absolutely crazy. Well, we'll do what we can now. I mean, I'll take the moral victory. It's not like there's too much on the line. Also, I can get this now, because with the help of the nicotine rush buff. And we'll just keep eating this. I could trade... Oh, I should have traded reason for stamina. I had more than a few chances to undo the things I was going to do. Let's actually... I think I have a knowledge check, right? I mean, it doesn't matter. The moment I fail one of these, I end up dying anyway. So it actually doesn't matter as much what I take. So yeah. Let's just do this. I mean, again, I'll take the moral victory. Because I have more than enough Doom to survive. I really do. So... Anywho, moving on to the next character. So, yeah, with that said, with one spiritual win and one run being as it is, we'll move into another one. And these are pretty much all the characters that are pretty much available at the moment at the time of this recording. Let me see, what am I looking at? 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, commoner. Well, Smooth Talker, Hounded Artist. I guess we're not gonna know, unless I go into the, History Club. If we have Smooth Talker, that means... maybe not. Oh, it's not 1. It's 2. Herald. Herald Commoner. Insomnia Meat Cleaver. I do start with the weapon. I unfortunately only start with 5 Charisma. And 6 Perception is just thrown down the drain. It's not a useless stat. It's just not the best one right now anyway. Charisma, Takushi-san, 2nd Encounter Knowledge, 2nd Mystery, and maybe Dexterity. But basically, we're just going to take 6 stamina damage and 3 reason damage, and we'll move on. The good thing about starting with the weapon is that no matter what, we can be prepared for fun, or for ward with funds, if need be, but we'll find out. And yeah, let's move on. Oh goodness, I keep clicking out of the game. Why do I do this to myself? So, we'll look for the rumor really quick, as much as it helps, just in case I don't get a good perk, but... Arms, Kana, Hell, Botanist, and Vigil. So we're definitely getting Kana first. We'll check the History Club for big RNG. We don't have Ward, so, but yeah, we don't get experience at all, so I'll visit this, like, a few times, because it can actually help out. Yeah, why not? Basically, that becomes 10 Doom for 10 Reason right now. And, we'll check one more time. Yeah, because we're using the Meat Cleaver, so we'll do that, and away I go. So, again, calculating everything, I'm at about, well, I was at about 11% Doom. Now we are at 6%-ish. But we'll see. This character doesn't start out with great stats, which is the whole point. Unless, you know, this is what happens on Harbinger. Your stats go down. Is this even average? Because this character starts with Insomnia, right? Yeah, Insomnia, 2 reason, but then you get the perk which heals up. So this character is a bit more difficult in my opinion. 1 out of 5 stars, I would say 4-star difficulty. Because again, you start with the Meat Cleaver, which actually maybe 3 stars because you start with a weapon regardless, but it's not the greatest weapon at the same time, so... And I do share the opinion that almost every character, even some custom characters, they can work. And part of that is just general game mechanics that you can just get lucky and be cool, be good in your run, but sometimes you're not, and bad things happen. So, but that's why I say, you know, I squeeze together. If I were to make a tier list, the characters are more squeezed together. There are at least 3 tiers though, that I know for sure, because now if you're including base characters with even some custom characters, I think Hayana would be the worst now. Theoretically. Again, on a vacuum of Harbinger runs is what I'm trying to say. Did I just lose Bath, by the way? Tell me I didn't lose Bath. Well, I guess we die, and I didn't do this character any justice, so We died immediately, so let's just go into another run. But there wasn't the character. It was just me doing Kana, which, yes, I should have rested. I should have known beforehand not to do that, but at least we get to level up now. So let me look through my notes. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exquisite taste. Hey, why not just random item stats? And 6. So app, exquisite taste, character exclusive stuff. Insomnia, does that randomize this? It does, right? 4, 90, 65. Am I going crazy? Anywho. If the average, well, even if the speed was like 75, the meat cleaver would not be great. But we have to deal with the cards where we were dealt. So let's try to keep rest. We'll history club instead. Monument, funny enough, because we start with a weapon at least. And yeah, I'll have to be happy with that. So if we get ward, so be it. Monument is still usually better, because you never know what could happen. You could heal in a lot of events, even though you're on Harbinger. So, yeah, we're going to try to rely on that. If we can't, then so be it. And you know what? I think this might have to be the last character. Obviously, you saw that I had 4 characters queued up, but I didn't really, not feeling too great this video. Maybe I want to save the next one, and then I'll just include my weird me and custom characters. But Coma, Sailors, Bulletin, Hell, and Flood. I guess we take Bulletin now. Flood either second or third. Maybe Hell. Basically, my first 3 mysteries are going to, my first 3 mysteries are going to be Botanist, Bulletin, Flood, and Hell. But so hospital and school. What did I'm gonna do school. I'm just gonna stick with school. We'll grab the handcuffs while we're here. Is that still better? I mean, again, I think it can. There's some push and pull with that. I did get the rumor right. I feel like I did. 10 Doom for 2 reason though. I'm gonna visit it a few more times. It really wants me to take Outdoorsman, but we don't want to do that. Yeah, this is 10 Doom for 10 reason, but since this character starts with, again, the whole reason why this character is a bit more difficult is because they start with Insomnia, so they lose 2 reason, but they have to get a perk to prevent themselves from getting from losing 2 reason is my whole logic behind it. Well, that can be good because if you heal a lot of reason, then really what that plus 2 reason at the end of every mystery does is that it ultimately heals you. But again, that doesn't change the fact that objectively the status and the perk are working against each other. Again, that's just my thought. It doesn't have to be this character. It could be any character really. But the fact is we have Insomnia and this character has Haunting Dreams as a perk. So, and again, if it's for immersion and or lore, I don't really mind. I'm just giving criticism based on, my objective, or my best attempt at an objective rating of the character, if I were to say it. I can't think of the exact words. Also, I did not visit the forest twice yet, so let's do that. I would have liked the funds there, but we didn't get it. And, yeah, we're missing a lot of stamina. So I guess we're going to rest once, and then we're going to monument once. And, yep, we're gonna run out of funds, I guess, so this is gonna hurt. I have to trade, we'll see what I trade. I guess we're trading reason if we run out of funds. I did get the fund from the closet, right? Well, doesn't matter anymore, because I already ran into out of funds. I'm going crazy. But we don't have any strength, so let's not roll on RNG there. And away I go. I am on, Ath Exquisite Taste. I have Grow Teeth, which, again, since we have Flood, is, yes, less useful, but, remember the note, can't save everyone, and away I go. So, and then I did lose reason overall there. Am I losing more because of something? Anywho. Yeah, so, again, you're slowly losing reason, if nothing else, because you can't guarantee that you're going to get that perk anyway. My threshold is that you're usually not going to get 2 perks that if a character or a build revolves around getting 2 perks, it's not the most reliable. I went over this with someone else as well in terms of why I thought Koji was okay, because I admit that getting fast hands and improvise is a bit much to ask for, It might not be the most impossible thing, but it's definitely not something I'd rely on. But if you get one or the other, then if it only relies on one perk, then I can say yeah. That's why I think Aika is still like top tier. If she relied on 2 perks to get her through, I'd be a lot less forgiving. But again, that's mainly my RNG. If I remove my RNG bias from the equation, Aika is quite strong as a character. But you know, can't rest yet, so we'll do this. Am I going to die here? I get really close to dying. Wow, I don't get this. 3 strength. Yeah, you need 4 strength with me. Well, we're on random item stats, so maybe actually not, but, we have to just do this, so, because otherwise we'll probably end up dying. And we're gonna rest, twice before we visit the village and look for the theologist, because we need the damage mitigation. I do admit that sometimes taking damage is better, but in this case, you still want the theologist. So it's really hard because if you take 2 stamina, if you take 3 reason damage, that you get a lot less turns to defeat the boss than if you were only taking 2, for obvious reasons. Unless you can brace, but even then, even if you have to brace, you're still losing damage. You're just not getting as hurt. But anywho. So what do I get here? Not much. Oh, I really needed an extra point in strength. I guess we'll do our best with this. Hopefully we're only losing 2 per turn. I really want to hope that we are. Is there anything else I can do, though? Not really, so we just have to eat this damage. Unless I want to roll on RNG with 2 attacks, but I don't want to do that either, so... We're just going to take 6 more reason damage, I guess, and then wait for the desperate action turn. We will trade reason, if possible, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So, I guess I'm going to just start trading off stamina now. And we'll see what I can do. Or I traded off the wrong thing, so I'm just going completely crazy. I'm not even going to make a cut. I'm going crazy. I guess I'm going to do this character again, so... I'm sorry for not giving them justice. This is what happens when I'm out of my mind, by the way. Even more so than previous. But I guess I'll see you later. Thank you for watching.